Childhood, those were the good old days. You'd be outside forever getting that sunburn, and then most people turned into a tan, but no, I would turn bright red and then I would go back to being white. That's just me. I don't tan, I just go back to being white. But I loved being outdoors. I was always at the pool in the summertime when I was a kid. I had that childhood. I had those birthday get-togethers. I had the barbecue with family, and the family get-togethers and all that kind of stuff. And the sadness, of course, but that comes along with childhood. And you really don't realize how important childhood is until you actually grow up. One thing I never knew growing up was a dad, and saying the word dad feels very weird to me. I've never known what it's like to have a dad. I've never called anyone that. I've never had Father's Day, and most people would be like, well, that's kind of sad, but it's the normal for me, and it's not unfamiliar. Just saying the word dad is very strange to me. It was always my mom, my brother, and he left when I was 3, and I remember the last time I ever saw him. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I think that's something that just sticks out. You'll have those times from your childhood that will stick out to you. And I guess I would have liked to have known what it would have been like to grow up with one. My mom did very well. I never regretted not having one. My mom did very good for a single mom. You could say I've had some good role models in my life. I've had my grandpa and my mom's brother. They were so awesome to me growing up. We were always outdoors. We were always at the sand dunes on the quad runners. I love that stuff, and I wish I could do it still. But the only thing that was absent was having a dad. In a way, I feel like it made me who I am. My childhood helped shape who I am now. I'm very strong, and if I get pushed down, then that person better make sure that I stay down, because I will get right back up, and I don't like to take a lot of crap. I'm a very nice person, and I don't like to be taken advantage of, because I've seen it my whole life. I've seen people try and do that to us. The experiences that we go through in life, they help shape us and make us who we are. They give us our backbone, and even sometimes our sense of humor. You have to be able to laugh at the bad stuff. Not the really awful bad stuff, but the things that you went through. You're alive now, and you made it out okay. And that's what you can take from your childhood. You will learn a lot growing up. And there's so many people that are playing these video games and uploading and commentating. They just want to grow up so quickly. They're growing up faster than I would have ever wanted to grow up. Look at Hollywood. Look at all the stars in all their interviews. They say that they wish they had a normal childhood, that they wish that they could have gone outside after school and not been mobbed by a bunch of photographers or people trying to get their autographs. They wish that they didn't have to go to freaking movie sets after school. They wish that they could have had a normal life and played outside with their friends. What's the rush? There are 11-year-olds out there who are more obsessed with their phone and texting than I am. They just are in such a hurry to grow up, and I can't understand why. And all I can say really is, if you're 11 years old, be 11 years old. If you're 15, be 15. If you're 20, be 20. Just embrace everything that happens to you, because you're going to regret not having those experiences later. No matter what age you are, if you're 40 even, you're going to keep some tendencies you had when you were 6 years old. And that's a good thing. That's important, though. Keep some of your nerdiness. I act like an idiot all the time, but I like to keep it fun. I encourage the nerd to shine, you could say. Parents have a huge responsibility to this new, younger generation to show their kids how to communicate, that it's not all about Facebook, that it's not all about just rushing to be an adult. Parents need to let their kids be kids. Although there is something that I do rarely see is discipline. Don't be afraid to tell your kid no. That's part of being a kid. You got to learn what the word no means. That's something I don't see my friends do very often, is discipline their kids, because a lot of my friends are married and have kids. So it's like they're afraid, they don't want their kid to have any bad experiences whatsoever. But they're gonna have bad experiences. You can't shield them from everything. They have to learn one way or another. And I absolutely hate a screaming kid. If there's a kid being a brat in a store, just screaming, throwing a tantrum, and the parent does nothing, I can't stand it. And I know that maybe that's how they keep their sanity, because I don't have kids. But that's laziness. Don't baby your kid into adulthood, because then they're not going to have the strengths that you want them to. Don't be afraid to tell your kid no. That's part of childhood anyways, being told no, being in trouble. Just enjoy being a kid, enjoy being your age, because you're going to keep some part of that when you're older. Don't rush it, guys. But I'm going to end this now, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye.